Okay, let's have a look at tutorial 3. This is explaining about illusions and disbelief, and this is one of my favourite things about Chaos Reborn. More so when I'm playing versus humans, because I don't know, the AI never howls in outrage when you con it. So you should read all of this stuff, but I will talk through it. So we haven't been able to use illusions up until this point. They've been disabled in the tutorial, but as of now, when we cast a spell, and again I'll move forward because the enemy wizard is far, far away. When we cast a spell, if it's a creature, we have the option of casting a real creature or casting it as an illusion. If we cast an illusion in lore mode, it doesn't cost any mana points at all, and we can attack with it, and it can be killed, and it can do all the things that a real creature can do. The only disadvantage to casting an illusion is if the enemy wizard guesses that it's an illusion, then the enemy wizard can use Disbelieve to destroy it for free and then cast another spell afterwards. However, if the enemy wizard casts Disbelieve and guesses incorrectly and tries to cast it on a real creature, that is the end of their spellcasting turn, so it will cost them their spellcasting turn. So you can have great fun with this. I feel like at the moment, I feel fairly cheeky. Let's cast an illusory mount. So it's explaining here that the unicorn is a good all-round mount. And a slightly cheeky creature to cast as an illusion, for reasons that I will discuss in just a moment. Okay, so the AI seems to have believed my illusory unicorn. I'll talk about mounts in a moment. I think the reason the AI believed it is the unicorn only cost 40 points, and we start with 30 points, and there's stuff you can do to get more points in the general game, so that makes this creature fairly plausible. At 60 points, the Pegasus is less plausible, and if we tried to cast something like a turn 1 Sapphire Dragon, that would instantly have been disbelieved, because the AI would realise it was highly unlikely we'd get one of those out in turn 1. So what we're going to do is move forward with our unicorn, and then ride it with our wizard. And the reason mounts are so useful is that your wizard cannot be attacked while it is riding a mount. So all attacks on this hex have to target the mount first, and so the wizard's completely safe. At least versus a small number of attacks. Excellent. So my fake unicorn's still doing really well. It's explaining now about magical equipment, and you should just read up on this stuff. This is all good stuff to have. So what we're going to do is move forwards to here. And that's going to take us into attack range of the eagle, but as you can see it can't do a lot of damage, and even if the enemy wizard disbelieved our unicorn, which it could do, and then attacked with the eagle, it's not going to give the wizard a very big problem. So we're going to cast Magic Sword on the wizard. This makes the wizard much better at attacking things. We now have an attack value of 100 instead of an attack value of 20, so we can probably one-shot this goblin next turn. The elephant is also a good mount, so I can't quite one-shot the eagle, that's frustrating. So I'll attack with the unicorn first, finish it off with the wizard, because wizard kills give us more mana points, and then I was going to say we'll attack by... We'll probably put a dwarf down there to block the goblin. What happened in the last turn, though, is that instead of falling to the ground and leaving a grave marker, the eagle just vanished, and that shows us that the eagle was an illusion. So the AI is making good use of illusions too. The eagle's quite a cheap creature, so it's quite believable as an illusion creature. As the lore chaos balance shifts, creatures that would be less likely to be real here will become more likely to be real. So it's again something you can do with the lore chaos balance to influence the game. So I'm going to cast a dwarf here to block attacks from the goblin. And end my turn. Oh, the elf up here is what we want next. So we can start playing fairly aggressively now. We can pop the elf up here. We can attack with the unicorn. We can finish off with the wizard, which will give us more mana points. This goblin was real. You can see it falls to the ground. And then the grave marker appears, which is something we'll be able to make use of later in the game. And we'll move with our dwarf to block attacks from the elephant and from the goblin. So bringing our wizard in this closely is quite aggressive play. The dwarf is dead, but that doesn't actually matter because nothing can attack us this turn. So we can do about 3/4 damage with the wizard. Yeah, I think we can take this out this turn. Yep. The combination of attacks killed the illusory elephant. This is how the my opponent is able to have 2 of these fairly expensive elephants this early on in the game. The thing is, though, although 2 elephants is kind of a stretch, it is possible, and you have to wonder if you're looking at 2 of them, which is the fake? Do I want to lose my casting turn by disbelieving the wrong one? And the answer is no, I don't. What I want to do is take something out of that elephant and cast some kind of blocking creature to prevent further attacks on my unicorn. How much damage can they do? The unicorn will be dead next turn if I don't put something in the way. So I'm gonna drop a fake elf. The elf again is pretty believable, with a lore shift of 7 to 10. And then I'm going to end my turn and hope for the best. So yeah, it believed the fake elf, used up 2 of its attacks, and then decided to run away rather than press the attack versus my wizard there. So I think, yeah, I think this elf's going to take a beating in the next turn, but we're just going to have to suck that up. So what we're going to do, we'll shoot with the elf. We'll finish off with the unicorn. Another fake, the AI is really spamming the illusions in this game. I get pleasure even playing the AI when it's cheeky like this. That's quite nice. And then we're going to be super aggressive here. We're going to move up with our unicorn, and this would normally be kind of dangerous because the elephant can nearly kill the unicorn. The elephant's attack combined with the wizard's attack can kill the unicorn, and that means either or both of the attacks could kill us. But also the unicorn's fake. So if the AI either gets desperate or just decides to call our bluff, it can pop the unicorn, attack us twice, and then bolt us, and that will be the end of the game for us. Except I'm going to put down a Pegasus behind us, and we can make this real. We do have enough points to spend on it. And the Pegasus is great, because if you have a Pegasus next to you, as this is explaining, this will soak up damage first, so any damage that's intended for either the unicorn or for the wizard will instead be soaked up by the Pegasus, which we'll see in the next turn. So the Pegasus I should have cast here, in fact, because it soaked up some damage for the adjacent elf. And then it soaked up some damage when the wizard attacked my unicorn. The good news is we can finish this off now, I think. I'm going to cast a second magic sword to give me even more attack with my wizard. I don't need it to finish the elephant, but it's going to be useful anyway. The elephant was fake. Wow. 2 fake elephants. Well played, enemy wizard. That is brazen. As I was explaining before, casting a fake mount is it's quite a brave move, because if your opponent disbelieves it, often you will have lost the game. If you can be attacked, if I disbelieved that elephant instead of attacking it, I would have won outright. Ho hum, eh? What I should probably have done is cast another adjacent Pegasus, but there you go. That didn't happen. So that is that's less than ideal. I think I've overextended myself here. If the enemy wizard disbelieves my unicorn, then punches me and bolts me, I'm dead. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, instead of casting that second sword, I should definitely have cast an adjacent Pegasus instead. Thankfully, it's not going to matter. Well, I am engaged, so I can't escape. It's fine. Everything's fine. The elf's doomed, but these guys can't attack me, and I'm going to use another Pegasus to soak up damage for my wizard. Because I'm engaged, so I can't step away to get on another mount. And again, I cast it here in this turn, which I should have done last turn, because that prevents it soaking up damage from this elf. What happened there is the enemy wizard did try to disbelieve my my Pegasus, but the Pegasus was real, so the disbelief failed, and the enemy wizard then lost the ability to cast any more spells that turn. And so we win a slightly cheeky victory. I feel like I could have played that a little better, but I don't know. I feel like I played well enough that I don't have to re-record this. And you know, the objective in the end was achieved.